Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between lush green mountains, there lived a young woman named Maya. Maya was known far and wide for her kindness and compassion towards all living beings. She would spend her days tending to the sick, feeding the hungry, and comforting the lonely. Her heart was as vast as the ocean, and her actions spoke volumes about the depth of her compassion. Part 1. One day, as Maya was walking through the village square, she came across a wounded bird lying on the ground. Without a moment's hesitation, she gently picked up the bird and cradled it in her hands. She could feel the bird's fragile heartbeat and knew that it needed her help. Maya took the bird home and nursed it back to health, spending days by its side, feeding it and keeping it warm. And soon enough, the bird was strong enough to fly back into the open skies, its wings soaring high with gratitude. Part 2. News of Maya's kindness spread far and wide, and soon people from neighboring villages started coming to her for help. Some sought her healing touch, while others simply wanted to bask in her comforting presence. Maya never turned anyone away, always ready to lend a listening ear or a helping hand. She knew that compassion was a gift that kept on giving, and she was more than willing to share it with the world. Part 3. But as Maya's fame grew, so did the expectations placed upon her. People started taking her kindness for granted, expecting her to always be there for them, without realizing the toll it was taking on her own well-being. Maya found herself drained and exhausted, her once bright spirit dimmed by the weight of other people's needs. She started to doubt if her compassion was truly making a difference in the world. Part 4. One night, as Maya sat by the river, her heart heavy with doubt, she saw a shooting star streak across the sky. In that moment, she closed her eyes and made a silent wish for guidance. And then she heard a whisper in the wind, a gentle reminder that compassion starts from within. Maya realized that in her quest to help others, she had forgotten to take care of herself. She understood that true compassion required a balance between giving and receiving, a harmony between helping others and helping oneself. 5. From that day on, Maya made a conscious effort to practice self-care and set boundaries for herself. She learned to say no when she needed to take time for quiet reflection and rejuvenation. And as she nurtured her own well-being, she found that her compassion only grew stronger, more radiant. People could see the light in her eyes and the peace in her smile, and they were drawn to her even more, not for what she could do for them, but for who she was. Maya's journey taught her that compassion was not just about helping others, but also about honoring oneself. It was about recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and the importance of tending to the soul's needs. Through her experiences, she came to understand that true compassion was a reflection of the divine spark within each of us, a spark that could only shine bright when tended to with love and care. 7. And so, Maya continued to walk her path of compassion with a newfound sense of clarity and purpose. She knew that the world was in need of more kindness, more understanding, more love, and she was determined to be a beacon of light in a world that sometimes seemed dark and cold. For Maya, compassion was not just a virtue, but a way of life, a guiding principle that led her to a deeper understanding of herself and the world around her. In conclusion, Maya's story reminds us that compassion is a powerful force that can transform lives, starting with our own. By cultivating compassion towards ourselves and others, we can create a ripple effect of kindness and healing that reaches far beyond our wildest dreams. Let us remember Maya's journey and strive to embody the spirit of compassion in all that we do. For it is in giving and receiving love that we truly find our purpose and fulfillment in this beautiful tapestry of life.